Good evening, my Lamborghinis and gentle hornets? Gentle hornets? Good evening, my Lamborghinis and gentle hornets. You know, we can't. I know you're judging me. If it's not already obvious, I don't have a clue of what I'm doing or saying. Please, don't rub it in. Keep away from that conversation, god damn it. I will give you these cookies if you don't. Okay? It's bad enough. My grandma keeps reminding me that I don't have a mind. Let me put it like this. And one of those Wizard of Oz jokes. Let me put it like this. This joke reminds her of me, actually. So, do you know why the Scarecrow failed out of college? His last straw couldn't find the answer. You're going to hell and so am I. Anyways, yeah, that last part was kind of cringe, wasn't it? My humble apologies. Stop the distracting it, make gun my baby. About that fine things. But telling me, apology. But momentarily, they look delicious. It's my love static in here from my favorite again. Delicious. Zibacocious is where an animal develops certain behaviors that are harmful to itself, like mimicking human movements even though it's adorable. They need to go see an animal therapist. I don't give a shit of how many TikToks you want to make with a zoo daddy. Get the damn paper finished! Damn it up! But yes, it's an actual thing. Zoochosis is an actual thing. It goes from pacing in a circle with all walks of animals that you would find in a zoo. Because they're animals. Why do you think it's more healthier to let your dog or cat run out and play? Why do you think your pet fish has a very short lifespan? Okay? Have you met anyone who has had a pet fish longer than a few years? I double dog dare you to try a lie about that in the comment section. Go ahead. Yeah, I see your hands reaching for the keyboard. Quit lying to yourself. So, anyways, it's a behavioral pattern. See, as animals, they are meant to connect with nature, okay? And so do us humans. See, zoochosis can affect us humans as well, okay? That's why there's, say, in major cities, zoochosis is where, like, basically if you spend all your time at work, day after day after day, you start to have a boost in anxiety, chronic stress, chronic aggression, so on and so forth. Like to where you just want to, basically, postal workers But that's means of zoochosis with humans, because after all, we are part of the animal kingdom. And we're so almost a little bit. Because for claiming to be on the top of the food chain, I'd rather be in an aquarium and bang my head against the wall than to deal with any more of this human bullshit. But anyways, I think animals kind of have it worse. We get, we don't get it as bad as the animals do. Bear, well, technically, animals overly groom themselves to where they straight up, basically give themselves a haircut and have a whole lot of bald spots on them. Look it up, zoochosis, okay? It'll be telling you the same shit I'm saying right here. And like, literally, they would groom themselves to the point where they just, have spots of hair, only, little spots of hair on their bodies. And, oh, damn. There was this one article of this orca that was at a Waterworld or a aquarium. He got it so damn bad that he started to circle around in its aquarium for days on end without rest. And eventually started going faster and faster. Then eventually started running into the walls of the aquarium where it was living and shit over and over again until it unlived itself. Then animals who basically reside in cages basically tried to maul the bars to where they lost their teeth. Then the larger majority of the time, they perform the means of self-harm, which a lot of humans with depression do. And not to mention hurting others, which, yet again, humans do that too. Very destructive behavior. Yeah, I know those are a couple of you have it back in your mind thinking, we're better than animals. Guess what, guys? In a certain sense, they've always been better than us. Because animals are noble and honorable by nature. And sometimes, even us humans, when domesticated well enough by society, we tend to get a bit more fucked up than what we originally thought. But anyways. Yeah. I live in a camper. That little rain droplet sound, I purposely live in the camper just for the stimulation of nature, okay? I literally have a cat that crashes on my couch right now. But him and his brothers and sister only come in for 3 to 4 hours at a time. Why? Because they like it outside better. Sure, I provide them a good home during the winter, but when it starts to get warm, they bolt. Because they're not gonna care. Okay? Animals have survived thousands of years. To where the point a freshly new kitten or freshly new puppy would already know how to walk within a few weeks. How's that, for example? Well, it's because nature designed it to be so. We were once like this a long time ago. You can look in all the evolution data. By the way, if you happen to see evolution lately, tell it to give it our shit back. We're sick and tired of this bullshit. We have how much? We need too much for any more bullshit. Okay, no more strawberries at the supermarket. But yeah, because basically, animals are literally born with certain skills and certain instincts ingrained into their genetic memory. Yeah, genetic memory. That little instinct you get that tells you to turn around or to look up or to basically smell your armpit, see if you got deodorant on or not. Because, I know you're doing it right now. Half of my viewers right now are sniffing their armpits or just. I know you smell the sweaty nacho. Well, fun fact, there's an artery in our armpits and it's protected by, a bunch of layers of very sensitive tissues. Yeah, that's a crappy design flaw. Yet again, animals do not have armpits. Sure. But I guarantee you that, let me put it like this, they do a better job of protecting their armpits than us humans protecting ours, because we are so damn gullible. Okay, check out every prison fight story that involves someone's armpit. I guarantee you, it did not end well. But yeah, Zoochosis is a thing, and let's talk about masculinity. Okay? Masculinity is not an example of someone's crappy behavior. Masculinity is the literal principles of manhood. Okay, it's the literal definition of codes that mature, grown up men mentally, physically, emotionally abide by. Okay? It's the definition of what we should aspire to be. Say if, the pillars of Superman is Uncle Iroh, Master Splinter, Superman, Batman, so on and so forth, because they have the ideals of which we want to have within ourselves. Take Superman, for example. He's from another planet. And you can say, well, it's because he was raised. No. There is a comic book of Superman called Superman Smashes the Klan. That's where he basically goes up against the Ku Klux Klan. Okay? Even though the remake version has a few details that are a bit wonky, but, it's still a good story, guys. It's like in the movies. And here's another thing. Why the hell do you blame the actor when it's the writer's fault? Don't be blaming the actor, blame the damn producer. Don't be throwing eggs at Don't be throwing eggs at Zac Efron and shit. Go after the damn producer. Okay? God damn. Okay? I swear, the whole writers thing, and I'm a bit two-sided on the whole strike with the actors and writers. I mean, yes. Okay, but a little being a little message for General Ortega and Ellen Fanning. I'm sorry, I can't exactly remember the name right now, but yes, it is always good to play an authentic character, okay? To bring a little bit of your essence to the role, but here's the thing, you're playing a different person. Look at Robert Downey Jr. He played the same character for so long that when he tried to do a different part, it flopped. Because he got used to playing Iron Man so much to where technically, he was perfect for the character. Him and that character had that journey together. He was a former alcoholic that Iron Man literally made the way for him because it suited him perfectly. But still, he was unable to play any other role for a while because his acting skills were stuck on Iron Man. Because him and Iron Man, well, technically, him and Iron Man are basically the same person at this point. Both of them so much together. They might as well be the same person. They might as well be the same person within two different parallel universes at this point. Here's reality where Tony Stark has the name of Robert. I am way too tired and way too energetic to remember that. But Robert Downey Jr. And he's an actor that plays Tony Stark. See, it's basically like that at this point. See, if you get stuck on playing the same character for so long, see, that's why actors who play the character for so long, say, look at Jim Carrey for example. He had a gold mine of comedy movies, but as you go down the rabbit trail, I swear, Chris Farley, could have just done what Jim Carrey did. He got sick of playing the same character in every damn movie. Personally, I feel like he could have just fired his agent and just give the bird to Hollywood and just start making his own films and just hire a bunch of writers. But, it's like watching so many superhero movies. Sure, they're good, but if you watch it after a while, you just become sterile to it, desensitized. Now, watching, not Mr. Glass. You know what I'm talking about, the movie with Bruce Willis. One where he has super strength, Glass, there's a whole trilogy about it. The first one is, Unbreakable, I think? But, yeah, watching movies oh yeah, it is Unbreakable. Watching movies like the perfect trilogy called Unbreakable, there's Unbreakable, Split. I mean, how many times you can see basically a superhero trilogy where one of the movies literally has a solo film of a villain origin story. Try to name how many. Where the second movie in the franchise is literally about the strongest villains. It's really a origin story for one of the powerhouse villains. But, watching that type of stuff is refreshing. Also, movies like Kick-Ass. You can watch all the Spider-Man, all the Superman, all the Batman films for so long, and you wind up getting tired from it. That's why I like to take breaks from movies every once in a while and watch raunchy-ass comedies. But, seeing that stuff, then watching stuff like Kick-Ass, Unbreakable, and typical based on real life stories, street heroes. Like the Boondock Saints, that stuff. It's a refresher, Now, I think we already talked about masculinity, but I'm going to go over it again. Masculinity does not equal crappy behavior. If you act like a jackass, it just means you're a jackass. It has nothing to do with masculinity, has nothing to do with being a man. I'm going to say the same thing for women out there. Feminism means equal rights. It means for women to have the same opportunity as a man. It means that if a man and a woman get applied for the same job in the same department under the same boss, it's about the productivity you bring to the table. A lot of women get this. A lot of women I work with get this. Also, about the 4 to 5 other women I work with don't seem to get it. One of them even started. I almost ran my mouth for a second, but let me put it like this. It's based on productivity and the effort you're willing to bring to the table. That's all about it. Okay? Because I'm so sick and tired of people walking around thinking that they're so big and bad, acting like their shit stink, when they literally... Okay, how you gonna walk up in a Lamborghini and literally have 0 to no skills and no actual passion for anything? I work a minimum wage job. I like to read poetry. I like to read mysteries. I'm proud to say I own the Batman fucking manual. Also, I like art. See that fucker right there? That's my pride and joy. And yes, that was a sickle on my wall, because one, I cannot afford a tool shed, and it gets really grassy out here in the sticks. I'd rather be out here in the sticks than be in a concrete apartment with a bunch of jackasses that are toxic to one another. Now, toxicity has nothing to do with masculinity. Being a jackass, toxic piece of shit has nothing to do with being masculine or being a feminist. Okay? Jackass is a jackass. Okay? Feminism is not the green light to abuse your son or to kill a baby just because he got appendage. Or to beat the hell out of your boyfriend, then call the cops if he ever, I don't know, pushes you out of the way to get out the door. Or, I don't know, just being crappy in general. Okay? Feminism and masculinity is not a fucking excuse to be a horrible piece of shit and to have total disregard for human decency. You're something. Be a fucking decent human being. You know what? I'm gonna lay down some ground rules for all you motherfuckers. For all of the viewers. Okay? The 7 principles of nobility, off the top of my head, I can only remember very few. They'll probably come to me after I post this. Nobility. Honor. Industry. Industry means taking pride in your work. I might wash dishes and prep vegetables and shit for a living, but at least I take pride in it, because that's what's helping me keep in this heap. Well, pretty much enabling me to have a roof over my head, food in my stomach, and clothes on my back. Okay? I'm fortunate enough to say that. Because a lot of bosses don't hire someone who even has the qualified skills for the job, because it's basically how they look, whatever troubles they have, or just because they're in a bad situation. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? If you have the skill and effort required for the job, you fucking do the job! Okay? By the way, I feel like the proudest dishwasher right now, because it literally took me less than a day to train a trainee. I literally trained a girl how to do dishes in less than a fucking hour. You know why? Because I had to train 5 to 6 people before her in the past month, and she is the only... It's not because he's a girl, but I guess she's smart enough to know how to scrub a fucking dish and run it through a damn dishwasher. Okay? Because I trained five damn people in the past fucking month. Each and every one of them flopped. Each and every fucking one of them flopped. You know why? Because they let their personal shit and all this toxic bullshit get to them. Get a close-up on the blackheads on my nose, motherfuckers. Yeah. I work with water all day, but I still got all this bullshit. Makes sense. Try to make it make sense, motherfucker. Yeah, I talk about how to be a healthy human being, but yeah, I'm sprouting out all these bad languages and have blackheads all over my damn nose. I'm a contradiction on itself, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen to the jackass in the Marine Code on aisle 7. I actually have a joke involving the guy on aisle 7. Yeah, I only know enough of any language to avoid the crazy asshole on aisle 7. And I'm the crazy asshole on aisle 7. I can never avoid myself. Just be a decent human being. But anyways, I feel very proud because for the first time in ever, I didn't have to hold someone's hand. Like 3 out of 5 people I trained before this trainee, before the one I'm training right now, were women. Okay? And the past year, I've had to train up to almost 30 people on how to wash a fucking dish within a timely fucking manner. Each dish, even when there's a whole bunch of crap sticking to the damn plate, all you have to do is take a frickin' spoon and scrape the motherfucker. I have a supervisor of the damn kitchen who still doesn't know that. Get your shit together, Gary. Goddamn. Not to mention, he keeps stealing out of the goddamn umbrella pads he uses to clean the grill. I'm afraid one of these days he's gonna stash all of them back there with a bunch of freaking grill grease, and I'm gonna walk face to face into a damn Barilla pad. Okay, I have the irrational fear of steel wool mammoths. They're not a fucking thing, but I'm still scared of them. Make that make sense. Okay, because the only one in almost a freaking year who literally knew how to do the job off the damn bat was good old Livy. On the first fucking day, I was able to do my extra shit without having to look over her. I only had to check on her twice. Twice! She was doing it! What the hell are you doing, Justin? Come on! Only reason the other 2 people I trained in the past month is because they graduated up to cook. What's your fucking excuse? I mean, technically I trained 2 Justins. The recent Justin that flopped is because he had some personal problems. Well, I don't judge people based on personal problems unless they happen to get arrested for the personal problems. Now, he did not get arrested for personal problems just because someone was getting in his face and he had to handle business. Okay? And here's another fun fact. It doesn't matter what, let me put it like this. It's safer to be in prison than in county jail. I've been to county jail. I've never been to prison. But I know I was scared shitless when I was in county jail at age 23, clean shaven, and I had long fucking hair. I mean, it's a free-for-all in county jail. They have no code, no rules. I've never been to prison, but I sure as hell have been to county jail. They'll make you in there with anyone. Believe me, I was stupid and gullible. And they threw me in with a bunch of jackasses. Only 2 of them were decent. And they read hardcore Stephen King novels. Okay? I gotta admit, the scariest part wasn't the 6 to almost 7 foot female guard that literally resembled Lady Dimitrescu in a police uniform. I had some very confusing nightmares after that night. Don't you dare judge me. This green eye is gonna be saying some shit tonight. But anyways, I am sorry to waste 31 minutes of your time, but yeah.